It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I always thought Kellogg was a really interesting character. You don't get to see much of him, but you understand that he did what he had to do. You know what I mean? It wasn't much of like it being personal or him just being a genuinely bad person. Just you look at his life, kind of humanizes him. That's all I'm saying.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
It's fucked up. He lost his wife and his kid. Ends up down the road, taking somebody's wife and kid.
Mind if we...
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Sit down.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. Suit yourself. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
He upgraded his armor from leather to metal.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this
It's
next
fucked
one.
up. It's gonna kill a family.
I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. To see for myself.
The world that got burned with nuclear
First
fire.
sins weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. Really existed. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute, but I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened.
Creepy ass eyes.
They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Juicy.
Override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
Big heads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Vault computers are still working. That's good.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Checking through the log.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Hopefully it's all.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Just
Find it.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
I'm not watching this one again. No thanks.
I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son?
Wasn't my idea
This
to
appears
settle
to be a
down
very
with a
recent
kid in the
memory.
middle of Diamond City.
Good news, I think.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in...
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you.
Hey,
Have you found someone that can help me become human?
Dr. Amari may be able to help.
Then we must see this doctor. At once. Please.
Doctor, my friend here needs your help.
Oh? I'm not a mechanic. What could she possibly want from me?
Greetings, Doctor. I wish to download my data and core programming into a human brain.
You want what? Is she serious?
Curie has a lot of pre-war research data, but she can't continue her important work as a robot.
Why not?
There are fundamental limitations in my robotic systems. I have no capacity for the human trait of inspiration.
I've never considered anything like you're proposing. It's an interesting problem. The memories wouldn't be hard. We translate those from the brain to computers and back all the time here. It's how the loungers work. Her personality, though. All the extra pieces of robotic programmed decision-making. A normal organic brain wouldn't know what to do with them. A synth brain, on the other hand, well, it's already somewhere between the two.
I don't have a synth brain handy, Doc.
I may be able to help with that. I've worked on synths before, giving them memory wipes so they can live a life free of the Institute. But the procedure isn't always successful. If something goes wrong, it can leave them in a brain-dead state. Living, but with no cognition. I know a caretaker for one of these brain-dead synths. If they're willing, we could try transferring your friend's consciousness into her.
I'd like to try.
We just need her caretaker's consent. Give me a day to get in contact with them. They're understandably cautious, but I think they'll hear me out.
I will stay with the doctor. Assuming all goes well, I want to be ready for the procedure.
The caretaker should get back to me soon. She's not one to wait.
Alright, so Curie's taken care of. We got these two. I think I might call it on that one after we do this. Deacon's still over here chilling.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What? What are you talking about?
Wait. Were you just playing a joke on me?
I guess that's for you to wonder and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
So when we go to Far Harbor, I'll take Nick, 'cause Nick has a pretty decent part of Far Harbor to go through.
I've never actually been in here before, but from what I hear, we better
Sounds
watch
like
our
Ellie
step.
needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Didn't talk about Vault 81. Some problem there you were caught up in? Quarantine or some such? Damn, you get around.
Yes, I do. Probably sell a little bit of stuff before we leave. I'm so sick of you, Deacon.
Don't worry. I only test the weapons on customers I don't like. Feel free to browse.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Murder and mayhem at a discount.
That's what I took off the gunner, was a plate. That's funny. This friggin' thing. That. She have railway spikes? She did. I like the railway rifle a lot, in terms of much damage it does. I might actually have to go in and make it so that the railway spikes don't weigh anything, because them weighing 5 as a pound is a little ridiculous, if I must say so myself. Like, what is that, 5 or 50 of them is what, 5 pounds? Or 50 of them is 10 pounds? Something like, I can't do math. I'm horrible at math. Anyway, it gets heavy, and I might have to run in and to the cheat terminal and be like, let's take away ammo, you know, holding up stuff.
But that's worth taking with us.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that come in peace malarkey.
So I'm actually gonna do a decent amount of building after I get off. Just kind of mess around with a few settlements and go from there. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get Preston on the way to the castle before we got off. Do you guys did we get? Let me see. He wants to go to the glowing sea. Oh no, baby. So yeah, it's not that far. We'll get there pretty quickly. Yeah, we could actually look at that. They're all right there. Let's just go do it real fast.
go.
I think someone's out there. That's nice.
Keep your head down. There you are.
Oh my god. Let's not toss up yet, no. Yo, that's not bad. Check that out. Yo, low-key. This is why we have it. Save-o, baby. Oh, hell no. We don't play those games. They're gonna play me and I lose an actual decent thing. Decent legendary, finally. I think it's funny another reason he wasn't using it is the 762 isn't available here. How did I do it before? How did I stabilize this before? Thought it was RB.
Something's out
So I thought it was. So it's actually going to start going into the build just a tad bit. So we're going to grab this at some point. Because pickpocketing in this game is really fun. Just to fuck with people. Like, just to dick around. So what we're actually going to do is we are going to do... Think about concentrated fire just to have something with that. Stuber and Rupert sprint for the time being. Auto saving, it shouldn't have. Maybe the save-o is once you get out of a battle. Maybe that's how it works, so that's what just happened. Okay. I guess that makes sense, right? So the game's not saving in the middle of a battle.